there, or how Mongols decide to use him. Is he just going to be one-for-one-ing Senzu? Because this is a different tier of competition. Different stakes, different expectations. So all eyes on this new Mongols pick.
Yeah, very much a focal point. The desk were talking about it as well. Just about how, you know, in terms of the timing of this move with Senzu, couldn't be worse. As we say, there's a 2-event berth for the Mongols to feel ready for the major. We've got Chengdu and Hong Kong. And then it's in to the major in Budapest. Let's get into this. Heroic going to be starting off on the T side of Overpass, their map pick. Talk about their performance at PGL, and it was X-Floud really who took a lot of the limelight there. So you want him starting in good form. Already Mazinho opens, but it's 9-10 dead and a spot of 4 players out here on long. Heroic moving in into an empty A site.
Yeah, Nilo dies, but it's all the room granted here to take bank. Heroic pushing all the way in. Blitz stopping them at the door. X-File getting aggressive. They want to crunch him here in spawn, so Blitz wisely moves back and waits for this flank. It's going to be a late flank for Controllers. Teammate moving in to Mazinho, but Blitz is giving them nothing.
Tap on the bomb, going to force a recommit back out, and Mazinho can't find a thing. Controllers just arriving too late in this pistol off of the mid flank. Looks for this kill at bank, but can't quite find it. It's a little ugly, not for Linus, however. Him and X-Cloud, that pistol round belongs to them.
Yeah, opportunity for Mongols, definitely, but when Heroic get 4 out long and able to just run over the site that quick, it's a very hard retake without Kit smoke on the bomb. And Controller's too far away on that flank. Got there just in time. If he nailed that one headshot onto the bank player, suddenly we're on, but Heroic steal that pistol round away. And this is their map pick. T-side starts so important for Heroic. In the few games we did see Mongols play on this map, Senzu was down on the B side of things, playing towards short. We'll keep an eye on the positions as this series burns on. Aggressive run boost put Blitz into water early, but it's dry. No players here. Heroic have con control, and they slowly take middle. This position for Blitz affords full rotation for Mongols, but even with 3 players on top site, not the guns for the job. They're up against 4 rifles.
I mean, you talk about positioning and whatnot of the Mongols players, and you are curious what with like some of the things we've heard, this idea that you're kind of in a bit of a limbo where there's been allusions to the fact that Senzu could come back.
Yeah.
You know, that even begs the question, like, how much do you want to rejig setups? How much do you want to change things?
We wonder what's going on behind the scenes as well, right? What we hear versus what's actually going on in this team. We've got similar situations on rosters like Astralis, where Stound's out for a bit. Potentially coming back, needs a break. It's hard to know what the Mongols are going to do. They're probably still figuring it out themselves. And so Heroic are going to chomp at the bit to take this upset win as they storm into the site.
Getting through the long side, but it doesn't work out. Controller's in with a double, and he's going to keep this round very interesting as they play through. Good stuff. Al-Karen doubles up, and that's the round secured. Heroic breathed a sigh of relief. The smoke push over at long felt like it could have gone awry.
Very scary call to have to make, but we saw that Mongols were playing for delay, right? They had a lot of smokes, just cycling them on the top site, so Heroic just have to go through, really, or they're going to get stalled out. They're already going into the stack. Nice double for Controllers, but Heroic have the manpower and the weaponry. And so it's going to get easier here for Heroic. Just a couple of pistol upgrades. Blitz always good for an investment, Harry. Sometimes too much, sometimes just enough. He's got the Kevlar, he's making a move. And it's perfect.
Yeah, that's free. And now a little bit awkward for the man-out monster. Linus has to pick a fight. He battles forward onto Techno. It's Galil trying to keep him trapped in. Blitz charged at by the MAC-10, and that lack of head armor punishes him.
I felt like for a second...
Good pickup there.
Yeah, it felt like Blitz was aware there was a player monster. He looked at it because he saw that first guy flashing, but then just got a little bit lost in the sauce. Good run down, and with these players spotted at B, Heroic just going to walk this over the line.
Yeah, no issues in these first few rounds for Heroic. Already a nice little T-side collection on the back of these conversions. And even though there were moments where it could have got weird, they've been able to keep it clean.
I like the punish pick as well for Heroic, right? Even the Mongols have a good track record on this map. It's not a map they've been playing a lot. They've been leading away from it. They've been second banning it. And so, you know, three wins to 1 loss. Definitely respectable for the Mongols, but not only are you fitting in a new player, but you also don't maybe have your baseline high enough in this map
exactly. I think, you know, that's why it is just a great pick across the board. This idea, like, you know, you're integrating a new player. You haven't had a tremendous amount of time to do it. You've likely focused on what are kind of your mainstay maps to open up, figuring out how to bring in the new guy for the Mongols. I'd imagine Overpass was super high up on the priority list as a result. Here's the first gun round. 9-10 gets his AWP from the get-go.
Giving Techno on this top site. Going to take it long side. But Mongols just throwing standard B utility. Controllers fitting into Senzu's shoes. Taking some short control with the jump spot from Blitz. Got to be careful. Players can easily walk through that door smoke. Controllers gets tucked in. Waits for Nilo. Solo lurk. Controller's timing is everything, and he might just get caught. Does catch a player instead. Nilo with the trade.
Hey, that could have gone far worse, right? You're glad if your controllers you get out with one. Mazzinho pulling back, just going to elude.
Oh no.
Nilo for the time being as he walks out short. They line up for him.
Dirty.
And it's all Nilo in this round.
Butchered.
Techno at 9-10, rotating down, going to give it a look in with the nade, but with that nade falling shy,
yikes.
There should be no reason to go for this.
This is stubborn. Yeah, give it up. Get out of here.
Linus already deep as well. Like, even this is just such an annoying position to try and deal with. And so, yeah, the Mongols reluctantly lean into the save.
And Heroic know how unlikely it is, even though he was making steps, like he's coming out CT there. I mean, X-Cloud's already hunting on long side, so Mongols have got to be very careful, but they seem vigilant. Going to just be staying on this top side, looking to get away with a couple of guns. It's all they can muster. Heroic, nice decisive round. Nilo gets his entry, just walks his timing into B, knowing there's a gap, and finds a perfect lineup on 2 players on the site. Great map for Heroic. This will be the best team they faced on it in terms of ranking, but maybe not in terms of comfort. So when I said earlier, this is a perfect storm for Heroic to take an upset off of the top team. Does feel like they feel the same way. 4-0 lead on the T side of Overpass. They're going to keep bringing ideas in. Miss nade on that one, but wouldn't have made a difference anyway. And Heroic gets short a bit faster this time. Every round, new default starting. Nilo with some support in this buy. Does he hit it? Or does he not even get the chance? Looks like Heroic just want to explode. Oh, careful.
Yeah, Blitz has certainly got some tricks here. Are they ready for the rest of Heroic? That molly pushes controllers wide. Linus with another entry out through Monster, and so quickly it's only Blitz left down at the B site. The captain can't do much. Essentially in a 1v5 at that point in the round. And again, it might just be Techno and 9-10 forced to hold on to these guns. Techno still gives it a look in, a decision he's going to come to regret. And the AWP removed as well. The Mongols, they don't want to just sit back and save these guns in back-to-back rounds, but they end up with nothing.
Oh, Heroic are hitting hard right now. We're seeing some sharp shots. Perfect Molotov. Poor controllers. Can't even say anything about that for him. There's nowhere to move. If he goes back, he's opened the monster. He just has to take the short fight. And Nilo perfectly ready for that play.
And you know, I think if you're Heroic, you have a lot of reasons to feel kind of confident coming into this, right? Not just because of the controllers changed, but we talk about how they just played in Bucharest, the form that they showed. You know, you're up against a wounded version of the Mongols, kind of the best chance to take this win. And you come off the back of a good tournament.
Oh, so many cheeky little contact walks here for Heroic and catching Mongols off guard. Another one just walking out middle. You're not ready for the response, but 910 has to get out here. He can't die. Sole survivor on this top site with the FAMAS. Blitz took a lot of damage. He got caught on the corner coming out B short. So he's going to retreat as well. 910 re-pushes long, but Heroic, if they just go right now, they got a 4v2 in this B site.
I mean, that Molly doing so much damage shut down the early info play for the Mongols, so they're flying pretty blind in this round. You can see 910's trying to make up for it with a mid-clear from long, but it's coming in super late. It might allow the early rotator controllers.
Oh, easy.
Nilo rewarded for his patience up on the boost, and now B is just far too tantalizing. Only Mazinho left, 910 fast flank, Mazinho buying time. 910 arrives on the FAMAS, and they're gonna box Heroic in over on short. Alcaren 5-0. But that changes now as Controles hands him his first death. A huge round from the new man in the Mongols. 3K round. And that's how they get on the board on this CT side.
Yeah, sick round for Controllers. Double on the hold and cleans up the clutch as well. So you love to see it. Trying to find some comfort here in what is, I'm sure, a daunting environment.
Well, you know, I mean, something that's interesting about this guy is 28 years old, right? Kind of 7, 8 years trying to break through. So pretty hefty career under his belt, but never been at the top level.
No. Not seen him at all these tier 1 land circuit the Mongols have been running the past couple of years. Zeno, oh, he wanted more there. Controllers will trade him out. Flank doesn't need to die, so Techno avoids it. Controllers, another important kill. Mongols 4-on-3, sit advantage as Heroic now have to scrap for this round. Fully spread out, relying on their individuals in this moment. Alcaren's got the bomb. He's got to be very cautious against this AWP. Flashes it off. I feel like he saw him there. But Techno's getting info. Oh, he's missed the timing. Oh, it almost goes very wrong. Look at this gamble. They're 4A right now. There is no one on the B site.
And Youngstar walking out, playing contact. You commented on these kind of contact plays from Heroic. Well, he's going to get a lot of room for free. And now smoke deployed. That should ensure the safety of this bomb crossing out.
Oh, yeah.
Mongols try to get ahead of this. They play fast through the heavens. Blitz already dropping in. It's slowing down the short play with the molly. Still, Heroic will spill over. But denied at the door. Alcaren running away.
Dude, that's a blitz move right there, right? He realizes, hey,
we're going for this.
Going for the bomb.
He is going for this.
That's crazy.
Techno's very little time left, and they're already here.
Okay, Techno has to rush this. He will. And not today, Alcaren. Not even a shot fired, as Mongols will stop that late clutch attempt for Alcaren. A nice try. He gets the plant with an AWP. He's cooking, but I can't believe Blitz just runs out of heaven there after being spotted, commits to the play. Mongols go 4A, then they go 4B. Blitz, him surviving in this fight is the only reason they hold on to B and send Alcaren out in the first place. Scary situation for the Mongols, but recovered nonetheless. They now have to build on the CT side if they want any chance on Overpass.
Alcaren burns in the molly as he tries to scope up on mids, just a little bit softened. And xFloud dead first as the 910 AWP finally gets going. You know, if you're able to kind of slow the roll of xFloud, stop him getting away with some of these openers, Very aggressive piece of the Heroic lineup. That's going to do you well. And I don't think the Mongols have quite enjoyed just how reactive they've had to be in these first few rounds. So you see them taking a few more liberties here. They get that opening kill. Now they re-aggress over on long with a double hold for Nilo in the feed. Beautiful shot on Mazinho. You just hope this aggression over on long can yield something, whether it's info, whether it's kills, and a couple are available to Techno here.
Would he go through though? Would he really send it? That molly doesn't tick. Techno knows his position is very strong at 40 seconds, and 910's hit a second down on this B bomb site. Fake coming out for the solo AWP. Techno is not buying it. They're rotating B right now. They're coming back up. Techno's holding a shot.
Completely unexpected, gets away with one for free. Techno wrestling it back, and the rotates are there already. Thanks to Techno's info, thanks to his push. A nice way to get on the board in what had been a slow start for Techno 4K. That's a double kill and the round-winning information.
Yeah, it's a late long push to reflank a position they've already cleared inside of the toilets. And so Heroic are calling, hey, we have all this space up on Banana. We have nothing towards B. The AWP is there. A is our best bet. Techno plays early. If he tries to fight Alcarin before the rotates are up, they go into a weaker B bomb site, but like you said, plays that info to perfection, and Mongols force a timeout from Heroic. 3 rounds in a row on the CT side. Certainly not out of the woods, but a great recovery from this 5-0 lead. A lot more to do in the first half for the Mongols.
Yeah, it's one of these things where it's like on paper, you're already pretty chuffed with a 5-round T side. It's just you don't want to go through the motions of losing that many rounds in a row. It's very much going to swap the momentum around for the Mongols. And not only would they be in pole position, but they're going to be feeling like it too. So sure, in a way, you're happy with 5, even if that's where you end.
Mongols are nailing this mid-Molotov, I'll say that. You don't see a lot of teams right now even try and throw them because they're hard to land consistently. They're lining it up in spawn before they even get out towards toilets. It was a lot easier in CSGO and CS2. Most teams just go for the smoke mid, molly playground to force another smoke if they want to take that first timing to get mid control or long control. But Mongols getting the free damage when they can. Blitz, full belts, triple A site hold. He's going to get spotted. He knows he can't really repeat to throw that smoke, so... Oh, hello. Head out of nowhere. Techno takes it off. 2 more spotted in mid. Techno feasting. Easily done. Mongols fear no eco players. 3 for Techno will do.
Just goes to show you what a kind of nice round where you know you did the right moves can do for the confidence. Techno have been really slow to get going here on Overpass. Has that 1-2K on the info push and looking a lot more switched on there. Some clean shots. Sure, it's only versus the pistols, but it was just a nice sequence.
They still keep their ego, at least, right? Hunting down those final few players. Don't want to see that lost from the Mongols. And right now, there's no alarms being sounded. Early days is, of course, a match against Heroic. The question is, how will the Mongols fare against the very best in the world? But in terms of their group stage run and the potential of it, I mean, you beat Heroic, and then it's the winner of Astralis Na'Vi to get into playoffs. I'd say Mongols are pretty comfortable on this side of the bracket right now.
Yeah, I think, it
you
depends a
consider
little.
Falcons and Spirit are down in the lower half.
Yeah.
You'd much rather be here.
That's fair. That is a fair assessment. But I do think the Na'Vi one has always been provably a pretty tricky matchup for the Mongols.
It definitely has. Very recently as well. Okay, Heroic, what you got?
Yeah, this feels like the right play for Heroic. Up until now, uncharacteristically, the Mongols have actually been playing a triple A setup in most of these rounds. A lot of squads start triple B because it's the fastest site to rush, right? And so you kind of play around that. And so finally taking advantage of a 2-man B hold. Even though this time there was a third player kind of nearby on the rotate down in Blitz.
Hit that.
Wasn't enough to stop the spillover. Linus lights out, man. The captain of Heroic hitting it really hard. He's topping the charts right now, 12 and 6. And so we said for Heroic, 5 is already a nice place to be, but you just didn't want to give up that many rounds in a row, and Linus has made sure they haven't.
Yeah, it feels good, right? You call around like that, just go for the instant B-pop, and the guy who calls it is coming up with a multi-kill to win the round. Everything starts flowing again for Heroic, and they put Mongolz money on notice. Couple more tries left in this T side. How sweet will Heroic make it? Good early damage for the Mongolz. Grenades and spam lands hard. But we know how quick these shots have been connecting for Heroic. That's not a great example though. Missed from both players. 9-10 follows up, but they have that trade in a box. Only one player on this top side now. Mongolz scared of the B-rush again. Techno isn't calling for support. Instead, they're flanking. But Heroic have been pretty slow. They've been keen to come down, connect late. Are they going to stay vigilant here? Heavy grouping on long means this flank is extremely potent for the Mongolz.
The controllers rotate up as well as loud, and that might even slow this down more. The kill given away over on long. Wonder if that entices Heroic to pick up the pace. Blitz is on a mission, but a very big flank, and it really depends on controllers. The new man in the Mongolz jersey putting on a hold. Flash is meant to displace him, fall a little short. But the trade is there for xFloud. This flank getting activated. Are they ready for the second man on this backstab? xFloud on for the ace. Can he piece it together in time? Plant found. Blitz closing in. And it's been quiet for so long, you've got to be considering this, at least the chance that a flank could be on the cards. They turn, they deal with him, and that's xFloud, all 5. Ace secured. For Heroic sensation, and he's trying to hype up the crowd a little bit, get them going.
Oh, Heroic, they're showboaters for sure. That is a bitter pill to swallow for Blitz, trying to squeeze out both kills from the contact play, but xFloud turns around and Blitz whiffs. Not what you want to see. Really good chance set up there, despite the disadvantage. Flashes from Heroic on long were weak. They didn't do anything to controllers. He's still able to get one. And an annoying round to lose, because that feels like one of those classic Blitz clutches cooking.
Yeah, especially with like the trigger discipline, searching for the second player.
Okay, let's see if they can get a bit scrappy here in this final round of play. Trying to fight down the connector. Techno has been having trouble in this position. 9-10's nailed a couple of nice ones. Flash dodged. Peeking in, though, they're already out. That's awkward timing. Could not have gone worse, and it's going to get even better for Heroic. Another hard-hitting headshot for xFloud. Get him out.
Yeah, this is a runaway T-side, man. You know, 5-0 right off the rip, and then going on to stop the streak of the Mongolz. They only managed 4 on this CT half, and that just is not enough. Heroic on their map pick, and a great deal of comfort with xFloud and Linus topping the charts. Heroic looking to run away with Overpass.
life's better with love than being alone. Consider yourself the motive for finding a way to right my wrongs. Catch a locomotive or hit the highway, just move on, 'cause it's so fun and no one's upset. You sit on my trunk and watch the sunset. Consider yourself the motive, living my life the way I want. We're creating memories when we drive our parents crazy. We're chasing sunsets, living each day like the last day of our life. And I know this is what we want, 'cause this is just what we do. Free to tell our lies while discovering our truth. I forget that I'm down with you guys around, 'cause everyone knows life's better with love than being alone. Consider yourself the motive for finding a way to right my wrongs. Catch a locomotive or hit the highway, just move on, 'cause it's so fun and no one's upset. You sit on my trunk and watch the sunset. Consider yourself the motive, living my life the way I want.
Smooth sailing for Heroic here at the half. 8-4 on the T side of Overpass. It's not been Mongol's go-to by any means. And Heroic picked to punish against this new Mongols roster, at least for the rest of the season. Eye test for controllers is good. He top frags the whole half for the Mongols. Couple of double kills in important moments, but generally Mongols were out of commission. Heroic hit hard.
Yeah, you know, you talk about this not being a go-to for the Mongols. That's their worst CT side on this map.
Nice, fucking good to see.
Animal, mate.
I'm only animal because my team is good, you know?
You're fucking
if team
animal,
is not
mate.
good, I cannot be animal.
Yellow Swedish animal. Yeah.
Swedish animal.
Swedish animal.
Linus. What's he got in this
Also,
pistol?
such a captain, such an IGL. Can't give himself any credit for the 13 and 7. It's all about the team. I don't know, man. The team ain't helping him here. Still gets out with his one. Controllers with the trade.
It's not really
Saying though, in wins or losses, that was the worst CT side the Mongols have had on this map. So doesn't bode well for the future, but if they can get this pistol round, that's at least going to help them close the gap in this second half.
risky reposition for Mizzino, but he didn't want to be boxed in. Survives the cross. Out short come the Julies. A couple of pairs as well. But this is going to be a really hard round for Heroic. They have to go so fast. Luckily the Julies are good for that, but Crossfire is too strong, and Mongols steal that pistol away and try to start the comeback here on Overpass. And you know, with Mongols being one of the prides of Asia, here playing in China with an open side of the group to get to playoffs, I think there's a lot of motivation, there's a lot on the line for this squad right now, not just having to integrate a new player, but the wants to go and play those playoffs in front of the fans. Oh dear, this is a bit messy right now. The flank through the smoke in middle. Linus follows up with a second, a ranged 5-7 kill. How are we even talking about this round? Heroic sit with a man advantage. But does Linus go too soon? Bomb's only now getting out of middle. If Linus plays his timing, he might be caught. Oh my goodness, it couldn't be better. No way he's finding a third here. Techno does check, but he's caught in the air. And Linus on the 5-7 is making this round a reality. Mizzino tries to cut a rotate, but he has got to get that bomb.
50 seconds left as well. There's only so quiet you can do this. Doesn't want to give any info over, but sneaking wastes precious time.
I mean, this is the last place you're ready for. Linus should be dead, but it's so much info at this point. His team can reposition. We can perhaps group up. He should be dead here. But now what do you do, Mizzino? 25 seconds, you've got to pick your site and you've got to go. A is your best option right now. Coming out connector is a death sentence. Youngstar is 2 and 8 though. He's got to nail this.
Yeah, no excuse to miss this. Youngstar has the advantage in that fight. Mizzino can't really think about clearing angles properly. He's all committed to just getting that bomb planted.
But it's all about the Swedish animal stalking his prey. Linus in the connector, round the world for the third. Nice setup from Nilo in the mid-smoke, but Linus steals all the glory. Awkward jump for Techno as well. He should have had that one, really. Disaster for Mongols. And comeback starting to feel very difficult now. Controllers still top fragging. Got this 1 AK on 910. Contact all the way past Nilo.
Yeah, it's a bit of a gladiator mode around for the Mongols, right? They've all got armor. So if this AK falls, you pick it up, you go and challenge on the next guy. 910 has no desire to part ways with this rifle. Double opener as the 910 AK fires off. Are they ready for Nilo, who still lurks behind in the bathroom? There's the turnaround. The 910 AK-47 still putting damage down range, and it scared Nilo away.
Now there's a flank as well. Oh!
Pick up the controllers. Bomb now planted. And we might be on to Force by Wars here. There's the backstab.
Crikey.
And so nothing taken out of the round for Heroic. Victory belongs to the Mongols, and pretty decisively in that one. They get out with 4 guns.
Yeah, Nilo makes a meal out of the easiest kill in the round. It's the Glock kill with his back turn with the bomb. If he can get that cleanly, he could follow up and kill 910, who's low health and on his screen, but it takes him too many bullets. 910 puts pressure on. Nilo has to go back. He gets caught. All the meanwhile, Mizzino walking in through the B-bomb site is the insurance policy of the round, and Controllers' double does lead to Mongols force by win. No business winning that one. Game is open back up.
But have you heard about Linus in the connector with his 5-7?
I have. They're going to avoid him at all costs.
I don't want to, sound any alarm bells on Alcarem, but he started this game off 5-0. Not really gone on to do a whole lot, but this could be his round. Hold on a second. That's 2 quick kills on the Hero Famus.
What's happening with these hero guns?
Oh. Nilo?
No one knows.
Mizzino snuck right on past him.
That's crazy. I mean,
they might get Alcarem killed.
Yeah.
Oh, never mind. Now they really don't know about Mizzino.
Nothing's seeming to matter. And Mongols with his CT plant as well. Mizzino in a great position to punish the flank. He knows about Linus. Double smokes down, but that does constrict Mongols a bit. There's no way to play. They just have to sit in the site. It's all on Linus with the rifle, but no one offered to him. What do you do?
Well, both players out. Controllers.
Oh, no.
With opportunity of dealing with them. So this round's still on. This round's still live. 910 going to strip it away. And another big round from the Mongols AWP on a rifle. A 4K round for 910 on the follow-up after his hero gun round. He's had tremendous impact on this T side already.
Yeah. Controllers was top fragging, but then back-to-back multi-kills from 910. Save him. Put him back up in first place. Nice shot.
Oh, that kill on Alcarem is crazy.
He's a rifler.
Yeah,
the AWP is out.
Taking the AWP now.
Into the ante.
Into the into the USPs.
Bold. But they know they're anti-eco. Look at the setup here. Very passive start. Techno just jump spotting middle. 2 in the connector. playing slow, using their Molotovs, and a very passive round here for the Mongols, not looking to make a mistake or walk into what is an eco stack in toilets. I mean, they wander out B, they win the round. Simple as that. And so Mizzino's explorations feel like they should be enough. Poor Techno, just missed all these ecos, but someone's got to take the bomb.
Yeah, don't feel too bad for him. He's still going to win the round. I know at 5 and 11 you would love the eco kills.
Who wouldn't?
Seems like Blitz might be the one to get them.
Game's now in a very interesting place, right? We haven't actually seen a proper heroic 4x4 on the CT side, but the game is closed up quicker than you would have expected.
9-10, buddy, why are you here?
You gotta leave.
You went and bought that all for this round. Hold on a second now.
They've got to read this, yeah. Line up. Lovely. Good stuff.
Even on the alt, man, 3 multi-kill rounds in a row now for 9-10. And sure, that one wasn't won because of the multi-kill per se, but just to keep the stat up, it's nice. And now it's a 1-round game into the first gun round, the first proper full buy for Heroic.
Yeah, you called out Alcoren after a red-hot start and a bit of a cooldown. Well, this is a perfect place to get back into the conversation. CTA, WP, Mongols going for mid-control. And there's that playground molly, the default util coming in for Heroic, trying to block this play. Alcoren looking to force it, missed shot. It's Controllers who finds an opener towards B. He spammed X-Floud, presumably jump spotting.
I think it was a spam battle because Controllers is really low as well. Alcoren,
audacious.
Gets it done with the AWP. You want him to start hitting here. Can this be the round where he builds up a bit of confidence? Because he's had 3 kills in the last 12 rounds or so. And that's including the one here.
Oh, just avoiding that re-push on short. He spots them. Maybe that was one-way info. 9-10's picked Alcoren on that top side. Flank is very well timed. They could catch the bomb in limbo. Controller's low health.
Will 9-10 be able to read this? He's scoped in right now. That kill's free. Turnaround out of Mizzino's clean. Are they ready for a second player on this flank? It's 3-kill Youngstar. Bottom of the board for Heroic, but a high-impact round available.
Not ready for this.
Flank down in the bottom of Con. Blitz with the trade, and that's the red carpet rolled out on a B play. Nilo, 1 versus 2. He's had some awkward timing, some awkward shots on this CT run, but he could redeem it all right now by picking up this round. Low HP on Controllers, who's got to commit to the plant. Creeping on out, that kill comes for free. And Nilo's locked in a 1v1, but he's up against Blitz, who just swings out early, takes that fight ahead of time. An unorthodox move, but in a way, it's what you've come to expect from Blitz over the years.
Yeah, Blitz's clutches are always fun to watch, win or loss. He's always giving us something interesting. The wide early swing, when Nilo's just trying to get into the bomb site. Makes up for Controllers trying to run off with the plant, expecting more respect than Heroic are willing to give. And Mongols, a huge round win. I feel like kill of the round there is Mizzino turning and getting that Con player. Felt like a very hard shot.
And you said it coming into this second half, you know, this was the worst CT side the Mongols have had here on Overpass. By extension, that would make this their best T side if they go on to close this. And so, you know, if you encounter some woes on these defensive halves, as we said, like not unsure as to how much time they were able to commit to Overpass, what with it being kind of low down on the priority list for the Mongols. in terms of, bringing controllers into the lineup. Nice boost for Linus.
Of course, the captain just getting boosted up because he's the one doing all the work for Heroic right now.
Yeah, but it's his team. Remember, that's what he said.
His team did set him up on the boost.
And they did set him up in that round. X-Flight has been on the receiving end of some awkward opening fights here, but should be the other guy we're really looking to try and light up this game.
Yeah.
He's got the hero gun in this round, and we've seen it throughout this second half. These hero weapons having high impact. So let's see if X-Flight can kind of keep that up.
He is in heaven, but otherwise a weak B bomb site.
Still, you're going contact here, so there's not going to be that smoke down. Oh. Youngstar to open on the 5-7. Only 5 kills, but gets his one here to keep the advantage for Heroic. Here's the util. X-Cloud, all eyes on him as he could be the difference maker. Closing in, plays on the back of that 9-10 AWP shot, and X-Cloud goes on to farm. A multi-kill from the hero gun keeps the lead for Heroic.
That's why you give him the rifle. Big double up. And Youngstar, I mean, he's had 3 kills in this half, but every single one of them has been impactful, has led to round wins, has been either maintaining or extending the advantage. Does what he has to. And a frustrating round for the Mongols. Try to end it too quick by just hitting the B bomb site in what is a weak round for Heroic. Heroic take the lead right back. Techno still having a stinker, 5-13, equivalent score of Youngstar. Will he have his saving grace? His impact moment, we'll wait to see. 9-10 eats that Molotov. He doesn't smoke, he doesn't want them to know he's played his first timing. Looking to put this orb to use early. Alcaran walking in, it can't be the same again, but Alcaran hits it this time. Heroic 5v4. Alcaran committed.
Yeah, he's hanging around for even more.
Does he hit the flick? No.
Just sails past. Keen trade out of Controllers.
Controllers the real deal right now. Just looking, slotting in perfectly into this team. Oh, nice
Mizinho puts the advantage to the Mongols as they set their sights on this A play. Heroic beginning a rotate. Youngstar already here. You can see X-Cloud was considering it, but it's gone quiet over on A. They might look for info as a result. A man down, you feel like you have to take a bit of a risk here. And that was it, the creep out around short, but you haven't learned much. Mizinho still floating around, hasn't told you the real deal, and there it is. The penny drops. And with it, so does the round. The Mongols keep this a tie game.
That's despite the man advantage taken by Alcaran. 5v4, finding the AWPer who has done so much on this T side. Mongols just walk it in. Don't think kill counts have told the full story by any means across both teams in this map.
I think, as well, like we said coming into this, it's all eyes on Controllers, seeing how he kind of performs, how he slots into the Mongols. This is a tricky tournament and a tricky matchup to kind of have as your debut game, right? It's not like you're warming in at an EPL where you know you're going to have a bunch of chances. Sure. You get to play a load of games to kind of get accustomed in a low-pressure environment. There's a crowd here for the group stage. You're playing in front of an audience. You're on a map that has never been super comfortable to the team that you're on. You're slotting in for their star player, limited practice time, limited turnaround time.
And all this in mind, 18 and 12.
Yeah, no, it's a really, really solid showing. The idea, that you could have 2 rough games in Chengdu, a stacked tournament as well, might I add. 9 of the 10 top 10 squads, 14 out of 16 qualified major teams. This kind of is the major before the major in a way, just in terms of the squads that you have in attendance. And so if you have 2 bad games, that's it. Your time in Chengdu is over. And so you have to start strong, and he's lived up to that under the pressure of the crowd. On a uncomfortable map, he's looking right at home.
Yeah, a couple of, moves where he's been caught off guard, but I don't think anything really that makes him look lost. Definitely slotted in fine here for the Mongols. But can they finish? Or will Heroic take the win right at the very end? It was a dominant first half. It is closed right up.
Well, yeah, I mean, this is the real turning point round, you know, and even more so for Heroic. They're the guys that are going to be broke if they lose this.
However, they'll die on their sword, playing aggressive in the monster on the fade. Blitz, both kills on the play. He gets traded. Youngstar escaping won't be easy. Messina on this wide angle, but that molly is perfect, supports him well. Youngstar gets bailed out by his captain yet again and delivers a double kill late in this map.
Dude, it takes a lot when you're having a rough game like this. Youngstar, you know, never really got going in that first half, but you said it earlier, just to relay, it feels like he is finding good impact still in this CT side. A double kill there that's hugely important. It stops a instant B play from the Mongols. If they get 2 kills on the monster push, that's it, the round's over.
Ooh. Rotating up, bomb is B. There's only Youngstar here. He's playing very passive. Alcrin's even clearing, but he didn't. Oh, he checks it. Nice quick shot. Will allow rotates back down to that lower site, but it's not in time. Controllers has walked in.
It's the 2 top dogs for the Mongols. Controllers and 910. And an empty B site. Chance to get this bomb planted and look for the 2v4. Triple from heaven. Missed shot for 910.
Controllers in such a strong position right now.
Plant found. Are they ready for the new man deep on the angle? Controllers taking space away. Second player out of CT, but he doesn't overextend. Content with the 2 versus. Oh, lovely shot for Linus. And 910 picked up. Heroic breathe a sigh of relief. They might have conceded a bomb plant, but they shut it down swiftly. A must-win round for Heroic. And they get out with 3 players left standing.
Yeah, absolutely. Nice try there for the Mongols in the 2v4, but getting all that info so early that Heroic had CT and moving quickly. Nice re-aggression for Alcrin. High risk on the AWP, but he's not been afraid to get involved in the toilets. Heroic steal the lead right back, but it's not going to stop the Mongols rebuy. This one will, though. This round feels like the map for the Mongols. 4 AKs and nothing to spare. Although 910 on an AK so far in this game has been the standout player. So let's see if he can run that back. Eats a grenade in this round. Very quiet, but still taking this B space. Controllers walks the
Dude,
side.
I am liking a lot of the little moves he's making in this game.
He's also just filling Senzu's position in connector. Oh, it does make noise there dropping off. That's not ideal. Linus could just shoot them all in the back of the head, and that's what he'll do. Captain carries them through. 2 kills for Linus.
Are they just going to follow through on this B here?
Woo! Get him out.
The spot from Linus. The B site gets padded out. Nilo even tries to retake space in connector, remove any option of changing their mind and just forcing their hand into committing into this stacked B site. Techno at 5 and 14, no chance for him in the 1v4, and Heroic move on to map point.
We called it the perfect storm for the upset, right? And I thought that was going to be because, hey, Controllers comes in weak. Maybe he's not ready for this level yet. You know, 28 years young, and he is performing despite that. Mongols still look like they're going to lose in this opening map. It is Overpass. It is the Heroic pick. It is the least play map for the Mongols. But the fashion in which we're getting rounds out of Heroic is shocking. Linus doing some incredible work across both halves of this game.
I look to something a bit quicker here. What with this being the force up from the Mongols, but the game riding on it, maybe that plays into the pace. I'll take it slow off the rip. And yeah, it's interesting with Controllers, right? We always talk about the Mongols as being a super young team. Even when you look at someone like their captain Blitz, he's only 24. Controllers joins, he's instantly the oldest player, and we so often link, you know, age to experience, but we talked about how, even though he's had a lengthy career, never broke through to anything resembling the top level of play. What he will have, or at least you hope he has, is maturity, you know, from the age. And so maybe he has a good control over the emotional side of the game. Let's see. Can they hold on here with the force buy? Alcaren.
Yeah, give it up.
His shot nails the second. There's the follow-up. And support from Linus. This force buy gets chewed up. And the Mongols, in any hope of them, on Overpass draws to a close. Heroic able to deliver on that strong first half after all. And multiple times they were here with their backs against the wall. Could have got broken many times over down the stretch, but they refused to do so. A win on Overpass tees them up nicely in this series.
Also looking to bring a bit more pace perhaps than what we just got on Overpass. Their faster B approaches got shut down time after time. And Heroic made masterful mid-round moves, so Mongols, can they wake up in this series? Can they respond? Or will it be that upset to send them down to the lower bracket? This half of the group is open for the taking. A spot in the playoffs between Mongols, Heroic, Astralis, and Na'Vi. When you consider how stacked this tournament is, this is your best opportunity. So what have we got? 4A for Heroic in this pistol round. xFloud with smoke at the B site, and Mongols run it up mid.
Young Star took him a very long time to get going on Overpass. Here in the pistol, it's a clash, an all-in fight for this top mid control. The Young Star wraparound gets denied.
It's a bit much.
And so it's given way to this 2-on-2, but the bomb still remains under control of Nilo out here in top mid, and they've left 910 to go and get that on his own while Blitz takes space out on the B site. It's a big ask for 910 to get this bomb back. And they're going to start chasing him down. It's eluded capture, keeping distance between himself and Heroic. Finally, xFloud comes through with the kill. And you know, when you look at the feed and see who's left, Blitz, as the last guy remaining, that he's going to try and outmaneuver you, outposition you. But in the end, this flank will amount to nothing. He's going to come through Boiler all the same. And there's the spot, swing wide out of xFloud. And another strong start in the pistol for Heroic.
Heroic just living and dying on the aggression here. I mean, going all the way around for Youngstar, dropping out apps, going second mid to flank that play is crazy. But xFloud, he's just as aggressive with the dualies and hits every single shot. It was a nice try to pull it back, but this kill is everything. 10 just couldn't land the one bullet he needed. Same for Blitz. And xFloud does more with less. Heroic, very good energy in the camp today as they look to storm ahead with this CT side. Mongols taking a rare eco, but they just want to get their gun rounds in. So a couple of Deagles and a Dream.
Oh, they give chase, but xFloud has enough bullets left to deal with Mazinho, and no one else gets there in time. He's just taking all the fights right now. Didn't even really need that smoke from Linus.
Holds him back. Or does it? They get set up in B. And Nilo's freed up.
It's the IGL brain versus the aggressive Star Rifler brain. xFloud wanting to take all the fights. Linus, meanwhile, very content with a 5v2. Knows they've already done enough to win it.
Yeah, make him work for it.
And xFloud could get another ace. This will be his second in this series.
Go on. Why not? Ooh.
There it is!
2 aces in back-to-back maps here for xFloud. Welcome back.
Just a very interesting player, man. Like, got his start in Turkish Counter-Strike, was in and out of the Eternal Fire squad 3 times over. And it was on the third removal that he looked further afield, went international, and had to go about, you know, carving out a name for himself in his own way. A path similar to what you've seen from the other Turkish stars. But where they all linked back up, now in the Aurora project, he was left to the sidelines and had to do it on his own. But he had a great tournament out in Bucharest. He's looking to follow through with that here in Chengdu. Techno and Mazinho opening kills in this round to find a 4-on-3, and they get the A-Rap. They are in the site. Nothing that Heroic can do about that, as this one falls decisively in the Mongols' favor.
Looked like it was about to go very wrong there, right? He tried to smoke the molly last tick and actually fumbled the smoke. And so they take a lot of damage en route, but hey, entries come that quickly. That's all it takes. Heroic set up heavy on this B-bomb site, forced to save. Awkward mechanical moment for controllers, but not a problem. It's a ballsy move to make on a round like that, because Heroic do still have bonus. They have SMGs, they're playing close corners, but long smoke segregates them. And Mongols just a quick 1-kill round. Alcaran's AWP is out. .4B, gonna set up the cache here. Youngster drops some grenades and rotates away. It's X-Cloud who eats HEs, and he's got to give it up as well. Space taken by the Mongols. Top banana is theirs, but look at the beating of utility.
Yeah, the Mongols might have lacked some of the protocols back on Overpass, but they're going to have them in spades here on Inferno.
Yeah.
You can't get caught thinking they're going to slip up on, the early nades at banana, the control there. Still might be able to bring this one home if you're Heroic. It's good trades to open up. And this B play coming through, wounded, limping in towards the B site of the Mongols. They managed to get Techno through the CT smoke, but he's got the bomb on his back.
Oh no.
This could be more of a curse than a blessing if you're not careful. He catches his one for free on the rotate player, but Linus still offering up resistance. Top performer on that last map. And he stops the B play here, but the A site left open, and Techno will recognize this. Alcaran, having rotated early up through banana, has left a huge gap in the defense, and so Techno not just going to get a bomb plant, but has a lot of time to get set up and get comfortable here for this 1v2.
Yeah, pick your poison, pick your position. This is his molly. It's just going to come down to the gunfights for Techno, and he'll hear them coming up middle here. You'd like to think they have the trade at worst case. Techno forces the kill, and Alcaran is patient, waiting in mid for that play. So Heroic, they take it slow. They realize there's a gap open. He can rotate out, but they want to do it together. And together is how they get their third. Nice round again from LNZ, who's put on multi-kill after multi-kill across this series. And a desperate round. It's also nice to see Heroic keep that 3B, right? When they see the quick banana take, even though Mongols actually smoke themselves off banana, they smoke the top so they can get control and not have a player re-aggress, and then they pop through that smoke on the fade. They're playing pretty quick timings here, Mongols, in these 2 rounds. Heroic are more than prepared for it. So a fantastic beginning to the second map for Heroic again. And this round puts Mongols back on pistols. More grenade damage. I mean, we had 4 players at 50 health before any contact was made last round for the Mongols. Heroic using their util right, but they have no more HEs. Retake util to buy some time. Alcaran AWPing the long side. The Mongols might have to meet him in the middle. If they keep smoking long, it's going to be pressure on Youngstar. He is the only guy in the site. Someone's got to rotate out. Hello.
Alcaran AWP gets there just in time, able to knock out one, and then heads for the hills. Slows the roll of the Mongols, who were looking like they wanted to just power through for an A play, spotting the AWP there, losing a player. It's forced them to explore other options. And even though Heroic had started to move around a little bit on this CT side, they'll get the two-man hold set up in time. They hear these footsteps in at top banana. They're going to start asking for even more rotates now. Flash to tee up xCloud and Linus.
Oh,
and I mean, just
brutal.
on name value and how they've looked in this series, this B-side's meant to be scary. 9-10 finds a way to break through. Alcaren, one shot on the planter, wins this round, and he's done it. Heroic saved themselves. And even though the Mongols get all the kills, the round firmly falls in Heroic's favor.
I can't believe he gets that kill off. Controllers was there. He had the cover moving towards coffins, but there's only one place Heroic can come through. And Alcaren hits that final half-second shot. That plant was going to happen. That plant was within time for the Mongols. What a denial. And that's after Mongols pull back a 2v4 to a 2v2. And again, it gets shut down by Heroic. They are not letting these clutch rounds come through today. We've been seeing Blitz get shut out in his famed 1v2s. And even when Mongols make disadvantaged rounds interesting, Heroic still pick them up. xCloud 10-2 now off his entry. Chaotic game, but Heroic thriving in it right now with all the pops we're getting out of Mongols. I mean, they're 3 gun rounds. They've run through smokes on Molotovs every time. Hello. Mizino's had enough with his team. He's just doing it himself. Grenade could be good, but he survives. Alcaren in the site, the only player here, and 9-10 just lops his head off. 4v1 now as Controllers joins the party. And Mongols make mincemeat out of Heroic with their money on the line. Low buy round win. And back on the board. Screw it, Mongols. Chaos like that's going to work. It's a very heroic and very mobile Heroic CT side, right? We're seeing a lot of stacks, a lot of 4 starting B to set up utility. Even here, 3 players start, drop some nades, run back. Linus now playing with util. 4-1. Oh, not ideal. He's got a 3rd HE. Oh yeah, get out of CT, boom. That one's gonna hurt. 4th, is that 4th HE?
I mean, that's Linus's team for you. Always looking out for him. Little cheeky boost here. Don't know how much it's going to provide for Alcaren. He would love to just get one. Didn't really have vision around the smoke. And now the long exec coming out from the Mongols. They're going to go fighting onto this close double 5-7 setup, and it gets dealt with cleanly. And the young star remains. He knows he's in very hot water. Just going to boil alive. Controllers delivers that 3rd and final entry, and with it the round.
And I think the main thing we're looking for on Controllers is just like, how does he slot into positions, into roles, and into playing this level? But aside from that, which has firstly looked good, I mean, his aim is sharp. He's hit some cracking shots in this game. He's had some impactful moments. When we see his POVs, mechanics look solid. So another, I don't want to go as far as saying diamond in the rough after just 2 maps, but another high potential Mongolian player. Which I just think is a surprise, considering it's not like they picked a young star out of nowhere.
No, exactly.
Someone who's been farming in the region. He's not exactly had incredible numbers, even domestically. Putting up a .99 in Chungus Warriors.
But I think, you know, as well, you come into a team that have got their heads strapped on, you know, where there are protocols, there are, you know, everything you need to exist at the top level of CS. In some ways, sure, the opponents you're up against are way harder, but in terms of the team you have around you, this is the best support you will have ever had.
Yeah. And you've obviously got a lot of faith in the players you're playing with and trust in their calls. Creates that sort of honeymoon effect.
Not to mention, this is just such a rare opportunity, you know? Like, it was huge news when Senzu was out of the Mongols for good reason. It was just something that no one saw coming.
No way, what? How's he won that fight? And he gets out.
Run away, give that M4 to someone else with a bit more HP.
Fine.
You're gonna have to earn another one, Alcaraz.
All the info for controllers. They better speed up B. Just have multiple players in middle. Drops the M4. They've bounded out behind the smoke. Mongols are still taking their time, but they will just entry this site. They have 4 XXB, by the way. 2 molly, 2 smoke, flash play, and they're only now cautiously walking in. I wonder what info controllers gave, because I feel like he heard at least 2, if not 3. And still Mongols very cautious. The controllers is just cleaning up here. 2 kills, evading capture for now.
Yeah, and you know, I mean, that's one thing that we will always struggle to get proper insight on is like the degree of communication, but that's obviously a huge change. You know the type of player Senzu was, you know how he liked to communicate, you knew that he could. And so for controllers, it's like, what level is he going to be operating on in those moments?
That's why I like the point you brought up last map, though, because it's the one thing that you assume he will add is maturity. 28 years old, played in a lot of teams over the years. Hopefully bringing a fresh perspective. His hunt is really nice. If he could find them both, it's going to be costly here for the Mongols, but only 1 gun save for Heroic, just about. And Nilo gets out with that AK-47, so 4-4. Bit of a bounce back to 4 rounds for Mongols, who were in the hole at one point, at least starting sooner this map than they did on Overpass. And on the T side of their mapping, you hope they have more up their sleeve than just these pops. Been pushing a lot of util, been eating grenades and banana. So what's the call here from Blitz? Again, that top banana smoke, but they don't fight with it. Not overcommitting. Bit of a late explosion here. Not ready for X-Floud at car, though. Full commit.
Done this a couple of times now as X-Floud. You got to get used to the idea of him sitting and waiting behind the banana util tucked in at the car. Controllers looking for a way out. That's a lovely shot. Dude. He finds the second as well.
Unreal. 11 and 4 on this guy.
He was looking away right as we changed off of him. Like, it looked like he was going to completely discount Nilo.
Outstanding game from him. Played that last anti-eco really safe, able to mop up kills on the hunt, box them in so his team can move in.
And he just recovers what could have been a really rough round for the Mongols. Hard shutdown at Banana, you're relying on your A players, you're relying on that A pressure, and Controller is able to provide. I do think this is, you know, a tournament of big opportunities. Talking about Controllers in the Mongols, this slot that opens up, this chance to put yourself in the shop window a little bit and try to make a name for yourself. But even for a team like Heroic, right, who fall shy of the major ambitions, I think the fact that you have a crowd here, these events always really excite me when you get the group stage crowd. It's a super rare chance for a team like Heroic playing in front of an audience, not something they're used to, not something that they're going to experience a hell of a lot, or at least have had the chance to up until now. And usually this is something, you know, reserved for majors, and even then, not all of them. But you think back to Shanghai, you think back to even the Rio major years ago, and how for some teams it did elevate them, right? You're never really certain to how someone's going to take to playing in the stage. And I think it's something, as players, you build up a lot, right? When you're on the grind and you're trying to get there. Hell, you remember speaking to PR in, was it Melbourne?
Yeah.
Where he talked about, you know, and he felt like he he had a really horrible time up on the stage in his first stage game.
Played Falcons.
Yeah, and you know, we were talking to him afterwards, after that loss, and he was saying, you know, it was hard, it was different, it wasn't really what I was expecting, but I want to do that again. I want more of that. And so, you know, getting the reps in, getting to play these stage games, it's a big deal. You see Linus there as well, trying to take a bit of control over this game.
I've seen him say the same thing a couple of times across the last few events, acknowledging the elephant in the room, perhaps, trying to keep the focus and the mentality here for Heroic, because some frustrating rounds have come through.
Someone who's trying to be both, you know, a captain and a leader, right? Like two in the same, looking to manage the kind of emotions of his team while also offering the strats. And you even heard that when he was playing well on Overpass, right? He was topping the charts, but he's crediting the rest of his squad. He wants them to feel good in moments across these games. And here, trying to take control of the tilt factor. Let's see if his little pep talk pays off in this round. Youngstar.
No, 3v5.
Get over on long. As the pressure's back on, Alcaren, 2 kills to his name already down here in the pit.
Should know. Has
to do even more. 9-10 with the bomb in apartments. Can't afford to lose that here. And so the clear from Techno is big.
Oh, God.
That's Mongol's util that was meant to displace Alcaren, nearly punishing Techno 4K.
Alcaren's nade put 9-10 on 7 health. It would have made all the difference. It would have slowed the bomb so his team can come in quicker. Instead, Blitz has got the backstab. There it is. And Mongol should just have the round with that smoke down. They shoot through it. Techno redemption arc here on this second map. And that's a 3v5 for the Mongols. A double opener for Alcaren in apartments, all in vain. You could see that one brewing, and you know, it's understandable that Heroic would want to play a triple B there. It feels like Mongol's best move in a quiet round when banana control is being conceded is just to go and 3v5 BXEC. It's how you win those rounds, but they play anti-meta. They wrap the long side. It is the gap. Youngstar falls, again, having another nightmare.
Yeah, you know,
1-9, and that leaves Alcaren on notice.
You kind of start zooming out, looking at the series as a whole, and there's a number of worrying things for the Heroic angle in this one, and that's one, Youngstar still starting off slow, right?
Yeah.
Felt like maybe he recovered towards the end of Overpass. He was still able to find some good impact in spite of a really, really rough start, but here on Inferno, that slow performance has followed him. And he is feeling like a bit of a problem for Heroic. I think also we said Techno in that last game, 5th worst game on LAN ever. Well, he's back in good form now.
Yeah, Controllers looks better than his previous game. Just hitting really hard. X-Cloud, okay, have they learned their lesson? Time and time again, it's X-Cloud over the smoke this time. Picks that AWP at the back. There's 2 rifles ahead of it. Heroic still have to be cautious. Player can come through the smoke at any time. X-Cloud really wants to fight for this position.
I mean, look, the one guy right now for Heroic that's still hitting hard is X-Cloud. And you know he plays at B. Linus also comes into Inferno on the back of a fantastic overpass. And so just stay away from the B site. Like, keep locking out X-Cloud and Linus. Make it feel like they don't even really get a chance to play in these rounds as the 2 heavy hitters of the series. And instead, try and keep abusing A. Get in Youngstar's head, have him doubting every move he makes. Make the other 2 feel really restricted in what is often amounting to these 2-man A-holds. And again, it's another opening out towards this side of the map.
He blitz, he AWP. Wrap on the long side. Controllers needs this headshot to get his team out of apartments, but he can't seem to connect it. Somehow Mazzino will, and Controllers does finish it up with a double kill as well. 13 and 5. 28 years young, carrying Mongols through gun rounds.
It's just the craziest thing, isn't it?
I just couldn't have expected it. It's like, this is not what he's been doing in Chinggis Warriors either.
No, you might have thought he shows up and he's fine. You know, I think that was really the level of anticipation you had for Controllers in this team. You were just hoping it wasn't a problem, he wouldn't be problematic. You weren't expecting him to step up and try and carry both maps in his debut game in the Mongols jersey.
Yeah, well, you have, you know, a couple of quieter, colder players here for the Mongols across both games, so Oh no! They just run up mid. Alcarin at least trades, but he needs more. He hangs on the line.
Dude, Youngstar is having a nightmare right now.
Goes for the boost, gets caught by the mid rush. That's the Mongols' first timing move again. Do they want to commit with it? If they do, B is stacked. This is a perfect chance for the Mongols to keep it going. Controllers bringing the bomb through abs. On the long side, Techno caught by smoke spam. It's going to have to be Controllers again.
And just in spotter, it feels like he should only be getting away with one. He's been good for multi-kills.
How about this?
They'll need it from him now as he looks out. Linus puts him down, finally in the right place for the captain of Heroic. Blitz is the last man standing, 1v4. 2 players out in front of him. He knows about the Alcarin AWP over here on short. Can he get anything going? If he gets past the AWP, rounds on.
He knows.
But here's the rotate arriving. Nilo locks it down, and Heroic will scrape by, finally breaking that 6-round streak out of the Mongols for a 5-round CT campaign.
Mongols' new addition brings some control to the server. Recovery here in the second map as Mongols streak together 6 rounds straight to win out that first half. Controllers topping the charts and only rival by xFloud. Meanwhile, we have Youngstar going missing again. It's been a bit of a nightmare game for Heroic, getting caught on some really awkward, fast rounds on the A side for Mongols. Throwing a 3v5 as well. Mongols are feeling good about that first half. They're going to keep the pace coming.
Techno aggression to open things up. And it's top performer xFloud found first.
Uh-oh.
Minus. He's been itching to get going all throughout that first half, to be fair, right?
Oh my goodness.
Controllers, dude, every time. It's like he should only get away with one there. How does he nail both? Deep down range on Alcaraz as well.
Get him.
Controllers, explosive start. And start as you mean to go on. This debut game for him in the Mongols jersey is stellar.
Who would have thought it? Who would have expected this? 17-6. No experience at this level. Sure, I mean, he played a major, but they went out 1-3 in Austin. One win over Fluxo. Controllers in front of the crowd here in Chengdu, putting on a show. Heroic crashing back down to reality after an exceptional game on Overpass. So much of that, though, coming from their captain, who, like you said, has just not been given the chance to play. It's either xFloud shuts them down at B or Mongols go A.
They only went B at the start of the game. The moment Blitz realized how weak that A site was, you know, he's not the type of IGL to like go and overcomplicate those moments. It's like, oh, A is weak, we will just go A every round for the remainder of this game. And that's exactly what they did. And that left Linus never getting to play. Zinio up close, they heard him rattle off on the MP9, but still he stood his ground, and now he's got support of the rest of the team. 9-10 with a convincing hold.
Hello.
And xFloud not long for this world as again Techno chases him down.
What a banger of a game.
I like this, you know, it's kind of just become a Controllers fan stream in a way. We're always going to him, we're looking at his numbers because, man, this guy is really, really stepping up. It was huge boots to fill. And he's got big feet, I'll tell you that.
Clearly stomping all over Heroic right now. Crushed. Full eco. Wow, no Deagle's upgrades, but no Kevlar in this round for Heroic. Looking to make quick work of it. Oh, the Mongols again, just sending it, breaking the mid-smoke and pushing through with MP9. Easy as you like. One casualty. But this is a double-digit CT start for the Mongols. Blitz even cycles those guns out. They save 3 M4s at the end. Very nice. All right, Heroic, if you've got anything on Inferno, it's now or it's never. Youngstar, it can't be like the FaZe game, Harry.
I know, it's literally...
It can't be the 1-16.
Don't get me wrong, you know, he's had some bad games before, but the only time he's ever had one of these one-kill games was that one versus FaZe. We all remember it after the him and Simple banter back when Simple was standing in Austin.
Will he wear it like a badge of honor, though?
The frag movie's coming, Youngstar. It's down to you to get away from it. They're already getting the Inferno fly-throughs ready.
Okay,
here he goes.
But versus Controllers.
Oh, no one beats Controllers.
Apparently not.
No, it's a double kill again.
Hello, no
again,
way.
Literally every time.
Sends who? Never heard of him. Just get packed up into a suitcase.
Gotta wonder if Senzu's getting nervous if there ever was this plan to come back and Controllers playing like this.
Oh,
rounds it out with the hat trick.
You just have to love it. You have to love what he's doing. 20-6, sharp as it gets. And he's not been over-eager. He's not been really kind of pushing the boat out. He's been reliable. He's been a safe pair of hands.
Yeah.
He's known when to tame the aggression.
It's just how good he is at getting these multi-kills that makes no sense to me. I feel like every fight he goes into, even when it's a 1v1, he finds a way to get 2. It makes no sense.
Well, there's
And dude,
three.
you know, the Mongols did a great job of capturing not just the attention and like the heart of the CS community as a whole, but capturing a nation, right?
Yeah.
Mongolia really get behind this team. The idea that they lose their star player, reportedly to burnout, just wanting to take some time away, and they bring in a new face, a new player. It was meant to be a hard task, but I think this is going to make you feel even more adored, man. The idea that you could apparently just slot any Mongolian into this roster and they will give you results.
Yeah, it's not even, oh, wait a second. Oh, Techno, nice spray, and Blitz is still here fighting over the top. That smoke on the molly is going to do nothing to stop Blitz. Second flash is good, though. There's an entry, and we know how this B-side can
but
fall.
look who's here.
Double nade, controllers, slam dunk.
He's got to get his double. Looking for it,
There's
smoke
no time.
breaking, and Mazzinho finds it.
Well, Youngstar Harry, he did get his second kill in this round. So he avoids complete disaster at least, but this one is going 3. Mongols running wild on Inferno. A bit of a back and forth at the start, a 4-1 lead for Heroic, but since that point, streaks on streaks. A 6, and now a 5. And maybe the end of the line here for Heroic. Ancient is our decider, and Blitz tries to get us there. Runs at him with the AWP. Techno tries as well. Linus dishes out haircuts. Nice double headshot. And the double orb denied.
Dude, look at
Controllers
this
has
move.
had enough. Okay, he does get punished finally.
Oh!
But Mazzinho won't. I don't think you're ready for Nilo. He's still looking inquisitive. They're thinking.
Yeah, they are suspicious.
This is so weird. Bomb
They
back
seem
on ramp.
very sure that someone was in the apartments, and 910's even repositioned. He's going back to try and hold on to the scale out through balcony, and Nilo's already beat him on that timing.
Oh dear.
But Mazzinho's gone around the world,
The bomb.
and chance to drop the bomb over here in middle, sweetening the deal after that double. Crazy clear for Linus.
Why?
3 kills deep in the round.
Ow.
910's AWP smoked off over at Moto. He's got a chance here to play through on that bomb tap. Nilo's set up in the pit. He actually goes early, but a shot just sails past. Doesn't use the nade for the break. Instead gets it in to try and harass Linus on that bomb plant. And now a tricky 1v2. You might be better off saving here.
He got so much money and so much lead. You just want to see him go for it here. Throw his hat in the ring, but doesn't believe in it positionally. Oh, I say that. Trades out and walks it in. It also means they're probably not going to save that up even if they kill him, so why not just give it a go? Last second. If they think he's saving, if they try and exit and he creeps in, both kills, he's got the info. Trapped out along, Linus, full stick, has to run it. Oh, no, not today. Spray doesn't connect, but I don't think there was time. It's damage, at least, for 910. But even, I mean, Linus, why is he holding ramp? It's an unreal read of the situation. After the double AWP kill at top B. And then this.
Oh, good catch,
And
910.
Youngstar, of
Oh,
course.
double dips and gets out. No way he should be escaping there. That was xFloud supposed to trade.
Plot armor on Mongols right now, that's for sure.
And now he's in the right place to deal with Nilo, bro. This AWP has been everywhere, wherever they've tried to go. 910's AWP bears down upon them. And it might prove to be too much, as it's only 1 round of resistance from Heroic. Controllers with the swing down through mid. The Mongols go on to recover after a nail biter on Overpass. A clean close here on Inferno. Controllers in top form, this latest addition to the Mongols, firing on all cylinders. And now we all look on excited. The prospect of Ancient as map number 3. How will he fare?
Set after a reality check on Inferno. Youngstar's 4th worst map ever. Back on Inferno. And Controller's absolutely making a name for himself. Will it go on? You'd like to feel like it will on Ancient. Place where your individuals really get to be let off the leash. And Mongols more than comfortable here on this map. We're going to need more than just xFloud and Linus if Heroic are to take this series opening game of the group stage on an open side of the bracket, with Astralis and Na'Vi also in the conversation. Quick B pop here for Mongols, no one home.
It's going to give way to a bomb plant and a 5v5 retake for Heroic. They're quick on the lane flank at least. But the Mongols have just had a lot of time to get comfortable here and get set up. You also don't have smokes to knock out any of these choke points, so it's going to be hard getting past this long hold as you try and set your sights on this retake. No room left to run. A convincing shutdown. Controllers, another multi-kill round. And so he's going to start straight away in hot form in the pistol.
Outstanding as well.
Bit of a weird one for Heroic, right? Kind of.
They were double cave, aggressive, they get locked out by the smoke. It's an awkward call off the spawn. If it's a cave rush, Heroic are in the perfect positions, but otherwise, they get locked out. And the danger of a B play like that is if you don't get the long control, there's not really many spots to play for the Mongols, but not only do they get the site, they get long, they get short, they get cave smoked off, they get everything. So it's almost a harder round to lose in that post plant for the Mongols. Bit of an aggressive one here. 9-10 stems the bleeding.
His riflings look fantastic today.
True.
Good catch for Youngstar. Oh,
no,
follow-up out of Alcaret. That's the bomb as well. Controlers, you've got to be the one to reel this one back in. There's the first. Good for the multi-kills usually, but not in this round. And it comes down to this. Youngstar, 2 very, very quiet maps, but a chance to arrive strong in map 3. He's just missed that timing on Techno, and so betrayed by it. Techno 4K keeps him in check. The Mongols able to recover that round.
Such a quick reposition for Techno. He was spamming the Galil at B door through the smoke, and then he wraps all the way back around to spawn immediately. So Youngstar, the timing missed as he's deep in the spawn. And a really nice try for Algren and Youngstar. The 5-7 feasts. But Techno just slides in for the round. Mongols, they're going to have to meet another force buy here. Heroic, it's too good to pass up on the opportunity. Double molly on ramp. Mongols know Heroic will buy here. They're expecting more aggression. And they're going to get it. Heroic fight forward. Controllers nails the headshot.
He's so
good.
good.
You're boosting 9-10? That's fair enough.
Oh, he boosted him, so he gets to be the guy running up ramp. You got to respect it.
Oh.
Long range for the Techno Mac 10. A long range on the jump shot.
That's sickening. Double headshot, then the jump shot. Mongols styling right now. You're not getting out of here, Nilo. It's your grave. And 305 live, force buy denied this time. Sorry, seats taken. Gross from Techno. Now set up for a 4-0 lead. Nice grenade, throwing the new meta, deep HE. Everybody's doing it. Oh, okay. 7-0 for Techno. How's that recovery?
What a recovery in this series, man. 5th worst game ever on LAN.
It's not every day you get a Bames John, Harry. The 7-0.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
He wants the ace.
Oh, it's not exactly easy to get this, but Controllers backs into it, so xFloud drops a gun. Techno saying, wait, I've got the Mac 10. Too late.
Techno at least wants to live up to his name.
He's lost him. Looking for that 4K, all right. Nade available, but Mazzino steals it. 4-0 either way. However you slice it, Mongols are back.
You know, there was kind of this feeling at the end of Overpass that if Techno had showed up in any way, they could have picked it up there, right? They could have gone on to close that map. It ends up coming down to the wire. Techno has a really, really rough start. Clearly went away from that map, kind of feeling some heavy burden of responsibility, determined to change it in the rest of the series, and boy has he. Looked far better on Inferno, topping the charts here on Ancient. And now we have a gun round out of Heroic.
Oof. Really late grenades here from Heroic, and they do good damage. Linus getting cheeky. Smokes Cave, plays in front. Techno not rushing into this position. Trollez loses a gunfight. First time I've said that. Linus holds his own. And Mongols just trying to fill the void here. 2 will fall. Heroic looking to put their first round on the board here. And looking to do it clean. I 9-10 could kill him on this jiggle. Honestly, the game he's had, okay. Nice survival for Nilo. Blitz very late out mid, but 40 seconds, what are you doing with this? What can you possibly do with this?
Bomb's going red, and so 9-10, you know, if he falls, that's it. Round is done. Is he ready for Linus up close? He hits that! And the follow-up on a young star. Round is still very much alive. 9-10 carves the path.
Oh, no.
Gonna get backstabbed if he hangs around too long, and there's xFloud closing the distance. Worried about more players at B, and it gives rise to that flank, gives it time to come through.
Maybe.
Blitz just shouldn't have the time to get this one done. Everyone here and fighting, and they're gonna deal with the Mongols captain. It ends up being an expensive round when all is said and done. But they count their lucky stars that they stop a 2v5 that was in progress after the 9-10 double.
You're telling me this guy's the AWPer? I mean, dude, his rifling today has been incredible. What a double kill. Spots the deep player, hits the flick, and recovers on 20 health. It's just the overcook thinking there's a third player at B. Understandable.
The Mongolian Nikodos. The Mongolian Nico in controllers. 28-year-old rifle star.
All right, that's only Heroic's first round. And it still gets a little bit too close for comfort. 3 kills in a 2v5. So it's not exactly comfortable for Heroic. They need this one. Ooh. Default nade. You hear the spam. It's good timing to go for it. Oh, he is boxed in. Grenade will do it. Double nade and the headshot. What more could you want? Linus in the cave trying to save the day. Will do so with a double. Hello, Blitz.
A very Blitz move. And Linus is able to stop it. And so another, 2vx required, again with a Red Room lurk out of Mazzino, but this time no gifted timing found. 9-10 AWP, 30 seconds left to try and do the impossible. They'll aggro, they find him down through ramp. Good hold out of Linus over towards Cave. It started with the captain having to do a lot of heavy lifting for Heroic. It might end the same way, but he's up for the task. That's after an Inferno where it felt like he was itching to get involved, but was never given the chance to. Cool. This was nice.
Yeah, cool.
Bit of a bottle flip challenge from Techno and xFloud.
Yeah, Blitz. I mean, I get it, right? He's very low on Linus. Just needs 2 bullets, but it's not a great fight for him. And now Mongols, they're the ones with cash under question.
Also seeing a bit more of a hard limit put on Controllers here in this T-half, right? Been shut down in the last few openers he's attempted to go for. Going to be a good test of his resilience here, because up until now we've always seen him have these really strong starts and then just continue in his stride. This is a test of his recovery.
Oh, they got what they wanted there. It's a good grenade, but needs multiple kills, and Controllers does not let it happen. Look at Mongols just pack rolling here. Back towards the A side. Youngstar, the only man in the sight, and not for long. A good change on the fly for Mongols. We're trying to hit that B-bomb site, get blocked, and it forced Heroic to try and flank. Mongols get given the kill, and they just keep pushing the advantage. 5-2. Good time for a tactical timeout here for Heroic, not just because of the money, but because of the way these rounds are shaping up. Every round, Mongols winning being very clean, with the exception of that second. Heroic not exactly getting close. So something's got to give.
Chance to break their money, and I mean, if that happens at this point, Mongols really looking to lock in Ancient and make this a dominant series. And they might just do it with an all-in A-rush, with Heroic starting heavy over in mid. There's no one at this A-bomb site. Closest player you have is in Donut, and he's been blocked off. Util down at the spawn, 9-10 finds the burst on the AWP. Controllers taking the spam fight here. Proves to be a little risky, and they actually lose Techno in the fray. That at least keeps Heroic interested in this retake. But here's the decision. This is the numbers you're trying to crunch right now. If you go for this and you come up short, you're broke. And with that, this CT side is in a really, really rough spot. They lose that first fight. Follow up for the 9-10 AWP on a thin line. And that should seal the deal on this. Save called. Heroic head for the hills. Blitz is already giving chase. Knows the impact in removing these guns at this point in the game, and so he's going to go looking for them.
What a perfect pace change called by Blitz. Not seen anything of the sort in this T side, and after Heroic call a timeout to presumably deal with the fact that Mongols are just going for mid control, doing lane takes, doing slow Bs. They just call something that Heroic have never seen before, and boom, 5A, off spawn, no one in the site. And that's why you have, Xfloud running through, Xfloud running through spawn, just trying to beat the molly, because Heroic know they don't want to long out a 5v5 retake when Mongols have all the control. They have to try and fight. Nice lineup. But that's a desperate round for Heroic. They lose it in freeze time, it feels like. And so Heroic want to try and take space back. Forge their own destiny, but the volley lands perfectly. Linus still snipes out Controllers. Definitely getting silenced more in this third map. But is it conducive to rounds? Because Heroic can't hold this space forever.
The thing that's still nice is, like, Controller's still doing his job, right? It's not like he's kind of gone really passive, feeling a little, some signs of tilt there from Alcaren. After it.
Oh no.
Shot sails past.
No.
Mazinho going to try and bail them out here with a kill through mid, and that's opened up the donut wrap. This time there's Xfloud in position ahead of time. Won't get caught running through CT.
It's because they see the AWP at B. That's why he thinks the A side is completely clear. Thinks it's a heavy B setup. But Alcaren roaming, mobile, and he will follow up with 2 kills. My goodness. Surely no legs on this one. Techno 1v4, and they are ready to box him in at a moment's notice. Ready to pounce. Oh, Alcaren, that one might cost you. Molotov's a problem. And Alcaran just burns alive. Hello? Hello?
Oh my
Where
God!
is the trade? Techno onto the 1v4K clutch. 10 seconds. He's going for that bomb. Oh no, he's missed it.
Oh, that's so rough, Techno.
Oh.
Didn't grab the bomb fast enough, and so round peters out. He was onto something there. Great knowledge of what was going to happen in mid on the back of the molly.
That's anything but earned for Heroic. That's full
Yeah,
work.
that is a huge sigh of relief moment. Right, they could tell they were about to get 1v4'd. It was all building towards a spectacular finish for Techno, but a miss on the bomb. Maybe not acknowledging just how little time was left. And round gets away from him.
I can't believe they don't swing earlier on Heaven, right? There's just no way. I mean, the comms feel like they're let down there in that moment for Heroic, but hey, at this point you say, we got the round, guys. But how many more? Blitz storms out middle. That's the first timing. The first time we've seen Mongols approach mid that committed. So they're still catching Heroic off guard, even late in this half. And now they just group up for an A hit. Weak. Oh, Heroic. Glass Orb. Peeking down the ramp, and even though this info comes in for Linus, it's too late. Mongols have contacted the MTA site. They just walk it in. Are you ready? Apparently so.
Was for the first.
Ooh.
Backs out of there as well. Smooth moves to elude that trade coming in. A good catch for Linus out here in middle. That's top performer. Techno removed as well.
Plant was open. That was risky. No punish.
9-10 Orb convincing in the head-to-head versus Alcaran. And even the spot on Youngstar slipping by, but he's able to deal with controllers. 9-10's Orb continues to find success in this post. Oh, why not make it a third? And now it's only Linus left standing. Right into that AWP. 9-10 collects. It's been a great series put forth from 9-10, be it on the AWP or the rifle, he delivers.
Yeah, it's been really just rifles up until this map. But now the AWP coming in clutch. Sick 4K, had to hit every single shot. Some whiffed opportunities for his teammates. He makes up for every single one of them. Just bangers. And doesn't even let Linus make that round tricky by getting in the smoke, getting on the bomb.
And you can feel Heroic a little bit desperate there in that retake, right? Like, those are dream fights for the 9-10 AWP. Just gets a series of 1v1s.
Well,
that one.
Yeah, we're seeing Alcaran tilt in these cams as well. That's going to continue after getting picked, jumping long cross. There is a gun there on ramp. X-File doesn't want to take it back, though. He keeps it going. And Techno's here to deny. This time, 5 players of Mongols start together at B. And so even if they go into the stacked site, it shouldn't be a problem. Big nade. And not today for Linus. Try as he might. Mongols bringing the fight on this T side. 8 rounds. And this is without controllers carry, like the last 2 maps.
Yeah, in a lot of ways, you know, he's just kind of been a fighting factor on these first 2 maps, keeping them in the series, keeping it competitive. And now the rest of the Mongols in top form by the time Ancient has rolled around. Techno started this series on really, really shaky ground, but he's looking to end it super strong, and that's what matters. 9-10's kept a great performance up all day. Charging through this smoke is Blitz. That's the guy, bottom of the board for the Mongols, making an impression as he explodes through the mid-smoke late, and they even have the spot on Youngstar over here in mid.
2 HEs. Oh, Blitz. Through the smoke of all things. And Alcaran, I'm sorry, buddy, I have bad news at the end of the half. Shot in the back by Mizzino. Only Linus remains, and try as he might, there is no saving this game. Mongols get the spot, and Blitz finishes with 4 to finish off the half. 9-3 on the T side of Ancient. Mongols running through this 3rd map.
Mongols in great form, right in time for map 3, a runaway first half. They finish off with a hell of a lead, 9-3 up here on Ancient. They managed to get through Heroic here cleanly. They're going to be just a BO3 away from securing those playoffs. Debut tournament for Controllers. He was lights out map 1 and 2, but here by the third, it's more about the rest of the squad, the usual faces for the Mongols, delivering hard.
10 rounds in a row, Beers on the coach. Heroic need to start strong, and that's a great one. Youngstar with a running shot. Vizino, they're all coming through, but the flash is perfect. 3 headshots in a moment, and forget about it. It's going to be a dry evening for Heroic as Mongols take the pistol on top of the 9-3 half. Hey man, you talk about the playoffs and that chance to play in front of the Chinese crowd. Controllers would love it. He's already getting a bit of a taste of it now. It's only going to increase in quantity as we go deeper in the tournament. And of all the LANs he's played a handful of LANs in his career across Chingus Warriors. Every single one, except the Austin Major, was in either Mongolia or China. So he's an Asian LAN merchant, and right now he's showing us that. But here in this third map, the typical stars of the Mongols have shown up in serious form. I mean, Techno 14-7, what a redemption. 17-4 and 9-10, he's been reliable all 3 maps. Vizino having his moments, and Blitz's entries out middle were consequential. So it's not had to be the Controllers show in this third one. Mongols have risen to where they should be. And Heroic downtrodden 11-3.
I mean, they made the decision just to go for these 4 spies, which is you know, you have two options, right? You either hope for a flawless game up against match and series point, get your one proper rifle round in and try to turn it around there, or you hinge on these collection of force buys to hopefully break through. If it doesn't happen now, you arrive up against that match point position with a far weaker buy than you would have had. So they don't want to squander this. They'll leave it to a B play. Getting up through ramp with the lurk smoke down. They managed to trade there on Techno. Controller's up close. Tries to throw a spanner in the works. He's got support through and through. Mizinho and Blitz just trading contact. Linus doesn't know where to look as he's pincered on by the Mongols. And they're now left with 9 chances to close this series out. Should be no world in which this one gets dicey. You know, started with a close first map. Could have gone either way if it wasn't for Techno having a damn near career worst performance.
Yeah.
But then, you know, going on to really recover on maps 2, and then the third being the cleanest, right? The finishing map, where you've done your best work, and really that's what matters. CS isn't a game for the strong starters, it's the strong finishes that matter most.
Ooh. The Mongols, they try and finish hard, they try and go for the knockout blow.
Bombs back at the door, and going to be crossing in late, right? These B players feel like they have to hold the site down and stop the rotates coming in, so Techno will have a chance to do something here.
Oh, only he held on.
And so, crisis averted. Heroic get to play one proper rifle round at least.
And hey, there's awkward money for Mongols. They'll certainly buy in this position, but some more than others. So an AWP to a pistol. We've got the full book here. Let's see what Heroic throw at them. Is it just the full A rush? It's what got Mongols back into this game on T side as well. Contact on this site, still trying to puff up their chest in middle. Controllers anchoring A.
Oh, and double donut as well. This is essentially an A stack. You won't be ready for this if you're Heroic.
So
a golden chance for Controllers to find the openings, and Blitz at least capitalizes on some of this damage back in main. Heroic, this is starting to feel really dicey. They've got a bunch of low players.
How are they in this right now?
Spam could end the round. Flash from 9-10 to try and tee up Techno on a push. Flash goes in. Techno plays. But comes up short. Blitz is already moving away, and 9-10 might do much the same.
They really don't know how close this round got. I mean, multiple dinks, multiple MP9 bullets, 2 players on 15 and 10 health. And despite that, Mongols just couldn't finish their meal. So the 2 biggest guns in the round get saved. That's reasonable. Heroic get to still keep fighting in this third map. But I mean, that was one fortunate spray through the smoke away from it. All going wrong for Heroic. And they need to be flawless from this point onwards. (9-10) is 18 and 6 right now, so let's put that AWP to work. We've seen Mongols win rounds with 1 gun plenty of times. So how about 2?
I mean, 9-10's impact goes deeper than even just his scoreline, his stat line shows. What with him being the AWPer, he's often the util man for the Mongols. He's got more flashes than his entire team combined. He's doing that while he's topping the charts and Don in the big green.
Must be for Blitz running out middle all those rounds. Just to be execute here for Heroic by the looks of things, but 3 in the site. Never say never. However,
none of them are the rifles, right? It's all these USPs.
Good block. Buys time for the rotate. Heroic, they're all in. Oh, they changed their mind. They were going to pop through that smoke, now pulling back. Probably the right move here, but still 9-10 could be the threat in middle. Oh, he's full gambling. If they believe in it, if they truly believe, it is the perfect call, but he's going to see them go B instead. Not only does he get the kill, now he knows they're coming in. Mongols are going to end it.
Here's the rotate. The rifle fires off. It's the USP to claim the first, and as they go in, Blitz able to deliver one more, ends up in this 2v2. Can the captain do it for the Mongols? Blitz seems to think so. Al-Karen, these shots are missing. And with each miss, the Mongols close in on him, get into better positions around the ramp. He's got one shot left in the AWP. As a result, you don't think he can do this. Hoping they give him the fight, and they won't. Blitz takes it home on the hero gun, delivers a stellar 3K hold, and it is a clean closing victory out of the Mongols on map 3. This debut game from Controllers starts things off strong, and now just a best of 3 away.